Hey guys, what's up? Gary Oak here, coming at you with a brand new deck profile for the deck that won Worlds this weekend, Satellarknight. For those of you who didn't really follow Worlds was pretty intense, but two decks showed up to play and they played pretty damn well. And that was Satellarknight and Necros. Seeing as how I've already done a Necros video, I figured I'd do a Satellarknight video. Kind of just show off the strengths of the deck, the different effects, and what's probably going to get hit since this happened. Since they won Worlds. First up, all the Satellarknights have different effects when they're summoned, whether it be normal or special, as you can see on the Neb here, if this card is summoned. And so that's kind of their overall effect. They're all rank 4s or level 4s, they're light monsters, so you get a lot of rank 4 spam. You can splash in Honest, you can splash in Dawn Knights, a lot of open field plays for this deck. Oh, and they're all warriors as well, so the two combinations make it a really easy deck to splash different search engines into it. First up is Deneb. You run Deneb at 3 because it's an automatic +1. Every time it is summoned, you can add a Satellarknight monster from your deck to your hand, except Deneb. Pretty damn strong. Next up is Altair, which combos with Deneb because you play Deneb and you grab Altair, because when Altair summon, you can target one Satellarknight monster in your graveyard, special summon it in defense. And also monsters you control cannot attack for the rest of the turn unless they're Satellarknight monsters, but you're playing Satellarknights. Altair is good. The Deneb Altair combo is a very basic bread and butter combo for this deck. Next up is Vega. When Vega summon, you can special summon an additional Satellarknight monster from your hand except Vega. So a really, like, you just learned that basic combo. A stronger version is to have Deneb engrave, then Vega, Altair, Deneb. That way you have 3 monsters on board plus a card in hand. Next up, Ukulele is the nickname for it, or Nuclei. I can never say its name right. If it's summoned, you send a Satellarknight monster from your deck to your graveyard, so all of this shit opens up. And then a one of, just because it actually ended up winning Worlds for the person playing Satellarknights, is Satellarknight Wriggle, which can increase the attack of one Satellarknight monster on the field by 500. He was actually being locked out by a Necros of Unicorn on the board, which negates Xyz's effect, so he couldn't go into these, and he had nothing stronger. So he used Wriggle's effect to increase its attack by 500, and it got over it, and it won him the championship. So I'm gonna play it as a one of just to test it out. Next up, 3 Rhoda, because 3 Rhoda is too strong, especially with this deck. 2 MSTs. You can run more. Honestly, this is better as a side deck, but I'm too lazy to make a side deck for this, and I like to play singles rather than matches. One second. That always makes me paranoid. The 2 MSTs is for Royal Decree. Royal Decree royally, no pun intended, fucks the deck, because you run a super back row heavy deck. 2 Dark Holes, because your shit being destroyed doesn't really bother you. Satellarknight Skybridge. It's a quick play spell that's really awesome because you can shuffle one Satellarknight monster from your field back into your deck, and special summon a different one from your deck to the field. The play that it was used for that was actually really cool is the Satellarknight player played Deneb, the Necros player chained Fiendish Chain, the Satellarknight player chained Skybridge. Skybridge resolves first, so that shuffles Deneb back into the deck. Fiendish Chain no longer has a target, and so the Deneb effect goes off. And it was a really fucking good play to watch. It really caught me off guard, and I loved it. Book of Moon, target one face-up monster on the field, change that target to face-down defense position. Pretty straightforward. Soul Charge, because once again, it's anytime these are summoned, so you summon these with Soul Charge and you're all set. Regeki, because Regeki too strong. 3 Stellar Nova Alpha. God damn it, I can't speak. Stellar Nova Alpha. This card is what really breaks this deck. this and another combination they have. When a spell or trap or monster effect is activated, send one face-up Tellarknight monster you control to the grave, negate the activation if you do destroy it, then draw one card. So this hitting grave, like I said before, isn't a bad thing because Altair and you play so much different revival that it hitting grave honestly isn't that bad. So you're negating their effect, destroying their card, destroying your own card, and drawing, but destroying your card is not really that bad of a thing. It's a pretty damn good play. Next up is triple Call Haunted and triple Oasis of Dragon Souls. Once again, mass revival is very key to this deck's survival. That's why Royal Decree really fucks the deck over, because easily half your deck's gone from a Royal Decree. 2 Trap Tricks Trap Hole Nightmare. That's something I just splashed in. I really enjoy the Trap Tricks Trap Hole Nightmare. I think it's trolly as fuck, and I thoroughly enjoy the card. Double Fiendish Chain, because effect negation and attack negation. Can't have too much of it. 1 Torrential Tribute, 1 Compulse, 1 Solemn, 1 Bottomless. All in all, pretty standard deck. I haven't really played with this deck before, so my deck list might not be perfect. But, I mean, once again, it's something I'm just playing around with, trying to get an idea of how the deck plays before all the shit gets banned. No plans on building it IRL. Like I said, I just want to test it out. As for extra deck, you have 2 Satellarknight Deltaros. You don't really go into Deltaros a lot. I just like Deltaros card art, kinda. And the effect's good. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm kind of playtesting this, so I'm splashing in their XCs. Detach 1, target 1 card on the field, destroy it. And if this card is sent from field to graveyard, special summon a Satellarknight monster from hand or deck. So you could, this gets destroyed, you have another one in hand, Vega effect, Altair in hand, Altair special summon the material that was destroyed. Like, once again, the deck just, it's pluses for days. Triple Trevere. Trevere is rumored to be what's going to be hit as well. Cannot be special summoned while this card is special summoned. During the turn, this card is special summoned except Satellarknight monsters, or you can, whatever. One of those effects. When it's XZ summoned, return all other cards on the field to hand. Which you're thinking, oh, that's bouncing your opponent's trap and stuff for an open board state. That's true. That's not the main reason you want to use it. These are going to be face up on the field, and since they're XZs, they become dead cards. You use Trevere, bounce these to the hand, you can cycle them and reuse them to get additional special summons. It's a very neat tech. Then you can also detach from this to send 1 random card from your opponent's hand to graveyard, and if this is sent to grave, you can special summon a Satellarknight monster in your graveyard. So once again, it's just a constant cycling between the monsters. Satellarknight Tolmenius. He has 2 effects. The secondary effect, or 3 effects technically. The third effect you'll almost never do. But once per turn, you can detach 3 from this, special summon from your extra deck 1 monster that has a rank higher than this, and accept a number monster by using this face-up card you control as the XC material. And the other one is you can detach 7 from this card, skip your opponent's next turn during each player's end phase. You can attach 1 Satellarknight monster from your extra deck to this card as face-up XC's material. So, basically, I'm running him as a 2 of to use his effect to grab himself and then make, like, Diamond or Pleiades, depending on the situation. I really like the play. I think it's pretty sweet. And but the detach 7 you'll almost never do. I picture it being a bitch and a half to pull off to begin with. Once per turn during either player's turn, the diamond, first off, don't worry about its requirement because you'll get it out with Ptolemaeus. While this card has XC material, neither player can send cards from deck to the graveyard, and any cards that returns from graveyard to the hand is banished instead. During either player's turn, when the opponent's dark monster activates this effect, you can detach 1 XC material from this card and negate the activation if you do destroy it. The reason I am playing this card is for BA. I think Diamond is a very powerful card for the BA matchup and can help out a lot with the BA matchup. Next up is Consular Pleiades. Once per turn during another player's turn, detach material from this card, target one card on the field, return it to hand. Simple effect, but once again, like the extra deck, the beauty of this extra deck is it can go into so many different things. You can literally have a card for each situation. Bujinte Tsukiyomi, which is only 2 level 4 light monsters. These are all lights. You can target the secondary effect, don't worry about. The primary effect, detach one, send entire hand to grave. Doot 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 doot. Send entire hand to grave, and then draw 2 cards. So, but you have to send a minimum of 1. Send your Deneb to grave, draw 2 cards. I mean, that's not too bad. I also run Amaterasu in this, just because it's 3 level 4 monsters, which isn't too hard for this. Once again, situational. I made it for the Ritual Beast matchup, because you can detach next Z material to target a level 4 or lower banished monster and special summon it. And so I consider that pretty strong. Rongamniat, because these are all warriors, and you can make a 5xe Rongamniat, which is strong as shit. Anarch standard, Gaga Cowboy standard. Once again, this deck, it's not, like, I won't say this is the best Satellarknight deck out there. It's just my personal build. Based on worlds, though, looking like what's going to be hit, it looks like Rhoda's going to get hit again, so if you're playing a warrior deck, watch out for that. Altair, Deneb, probably Altair will go to 1, maybe Deneb as well, and Stellar Nova Alpha. Just because the search for this makes warrior decks too strong. Altair, like summoning and special summoning, basically you can make a rank 4 XZs any turn. Pretty broken. Same with the Alpha, where you get the +1 and the effect negation and destruction. And the Trevere running it as making it go to a 1 of would be pretty strong as well. But remember to rate the video, like the video, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.